Hi guys, we got a special black metal tier list to make today. It's inspired from our viewers, and we hope we'll manage to mention most of the bands you wrote about.
Let's get started. Can't wait to get to Ulver and Enslaved.
For crying out loud, Joe, no spoilers.
Calm your tits, old man. We're getting there, but first let's start with Dark Funeral. They are clearly one of the greatest black metal bands that came out of Sweden. I still miss Black Moon. The duo formed by him and Lord Ahriman was pure evil joy for my nasty ears.
Let's not forget they got Thomas Asklund early on. That dude made some great work on Vobiscum Sathanas. And talking about the title track, anyone seen the live version played by Dominator?
Absolutely, Barry. Lord Ahriman is one lucky bastard. He had many great black metal musicians in his band. And we didn't mention Caligula or Heli Armadar, who did a great job on vocals, or Chuck Moll on guitar.
Whatever, Joe, we're getting into details. Dark Funeral is still good, but it is a rather pale shadow of the past. They're an A tier for me.
Oh, Donnie, how I missed your shitty takes. Dark Funeral still kicks ass and deserves only S tier.
He's right, Donnie. Dark Funeral is in S tier. You must be deaf if you thought otherwise.
Okay, morons. Putting them in S tier just because I love Black Moon's riffs. Anyway, let's continue with Behemoth. And before you knuckleheads are saying anything, we're going to talk about their older stuff, which is rather easier to rate because they were rooted more into black metal.
I think I'm getting where you're headed. As Pandemonic Incantations was released, they started to create a black and death metal sound, so basically we're rating 2 albums.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, fine by me then. Svendavith was a decent album. Nurgle and Baal were basically kids starting to form their sound. Afterwards they made Grum, which I consider an evolution to their overall sound.
Svendavith was better, but whatever.
Shut up, Donnie.
They also had female vocals on it, which was badass, and some keyboards here and there, so I think we should put them in A tier.
Okay, fair enough for me. We got Nargaroth next. And I think there is only one place for the man that created the masterpiece the day Burzum killed Mayhem.
Oh my God, so predictable.
What else can I say more, Joe? Black metalist Krieg.
Donnie, you only like Nargaroth because you only listened to one song.
In my defense, I only listened to it 23 times.
You son of a bitch.
Chill out, guys. Herbstleed and Black metalist Krieg are good albums. I think my boy Renee deserves an A tier.
You're a bunch of losers anyway. I hope you won't say shit about Ulver.
They made a couple of good albums, and then they moved on to other pop electronica artsy shit. Bergtat is a masterpiece, I can give them that.
Nathan's Madrigal is also a pretty decent album.
It's more than decent. It's absolutely mesmerizing. The black metal trilogy is the best thing that came out of Norway. Period.
Hold up, Joe. One of the 3 albums is darker neo-folk. Let's not exaggerate their importance for the genre that much. Great band nonetheless.
It deserves a solid A.
I hope we can agree to disagree. Ulver is a great band, and Garm is a genius, but they're in B tier for black metal bands.
Unfucking believable. I'm rather scared to ask about Enslaved.
It's definitely an S tier. Their mixing of black and Viking metal makes them a force to be reckoned with in the metal world.
And they've been doing their stuff flawlessly for decades.
Finally, we can all agree with one band. Let's get on with Carpathian Forest.
Fuck yes, CF or dope.
Beware, Donnie. I think Joe might get sadomasochistic if we say shit about these guys.
Nah, I'm more about the naked chicks they had live on stage. I think they deserve A tier.
Fine by me.
Guys, we must talk about a French black metal artist, Fadades. His talent and spiritual depth blow me away every time I listen to him.
You're completely full of shit, Barry. Fadades suck.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then listen to this recording, Joe. It was sent to me by the Macron administration.
Bonjour mes amis, qu'est-ce que nous avons préparé pour aujourd'hui? Fadade est le meilleur. Notre poule dans votre cour. Omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage. Bisous.
What the hell is this French bitch saying?
Guys, I have no idea, but I wouldn't want to create an international conflict with France. So, this Fadades dude gets into S tier.
What the fuck are you even thinking?
I've been thinking of Happy Days.
Not with you in charge of the country, Joe.
Fuck you, fat ass. I'm talking about Morbid A's band. They've made some solid material through the years.
Defeated by Life and Happiness Stops Here are dope. They deserve A tier.
Fair enough. Abigor follows. They were a solid band in the 90s. They had some beautiful symphonic and melodic touches to their black metal sound. Not a big fan of their albums with industrial influences, but overall a great band. I would put them in A tier.
I didn't expect that from you, Donnie. And I couldn't agree more. I think they deserve A tier. Now let's talk about Nocturnal Depression. I heard it's Macron's favorite black metal band.
Yeah, I remember. They ripped off My Friend of Misery on one of their tracks.
I was having doubts, but now I'm sure you're an ignorant douchebag, Trump. Nostalgia had a lot of layers to it. although it took the main riff from My Friend of Misery. Anyway, A tier for me.
Definitely they're a solid DSBM band. Suicidal Thoughts and the Cult of Negation are totally dope. I think A tier is well deserved. Let's add Behlehem on our list.
German black fucking metal. What's more metal than Onyelar on stage?
Did someone say Onyelar? She's a beauty and has the most demonic voice a woman can get.
Oh my God. Not him again?
Hey, Bill, good having you here.
Oh, hi, Bill.
Hi, guys. We all know Onyelar does great things with Darkened Nocturne Slaughter Cult, but we're talking about Behlehem. Therefore, having an album called Hexacosio Hexaconta Hexaphobia takes you directly to S tier.
That's bullshit, Bill. You don't even know what that means.
Neither do I, Donnie, but it's badass.
Let's be serious, guys. Behlehem has some great albums, but I tier should be more suitable for them.
Never expected for Joe to be the voice of reason. Let's get to Bloodhemn then. Classic, true Norwegian black metal, my favorite. Holmengra is a masterpiece. They should go to A tier.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Haven't heard of them. I think B tier should be okay.
Fucking ignorant Democrats, as expected. Grausemkeit is next.
I listened to all the demos. The man almost completely ignores making albums. I think he's cult as fuck.
That dungeon synth is too much for me.
Joe, you're such a pussy. BSOD is a fucking genius. True master of combining ambient elements with raw black metal. It's A tier for me.
Works for me.
Let's continue with Blasphemy. Truly a brutal band for those times. They made 2 groundbreaking albums in the early 90s.
Gods of War is fucking brutal. I'm sorry that was their last studio album.
Then it's B for Blasphemy.
Now we got to talk about Nokturnal Mortum. They were masters of atmospheric black metal on goat horns. Those folklore elements are absolutely delicious.
As you might have guessed already, I'm not a big fan of their nationalist, socialist ideology portrayed in some of their work. But man, their 2022 album to Lunar Poetry kicks major ass.
Those horn sections in the intro combined with keyboards is absolutely superb. They're S tier in my opinion.
Couldn't agree more, Donnie. Let's get to some French black metal now. Peste Noire are totally great. Les Années des Siècles and Folk Fuck Folie are just great.
Yay, just great! Another NSBM band.
Well, at least they're anti-Semitic, not anti-BLM.
That really helps a lot, thanks, Donnie. Jesus Christ.
Not the best place to say this, Barry. And as for Peste Noire, B tier, I believe it's suitable.
Whatever, guys. You don't have to rank them below because you pity me. On second thought, actually, I don't mind. Let's get to Weakling.
Who the hell are those?
Donnie, you should be ashamed not knowing about your co-nationals.
In Donnie's offense, they only made 1 album. But Dead as Dreams was one hell of an album. Too bad that they disbanded. They were a promising band. And for this matter, I'd put them in B tier.
Good. Beherit is next. They had some brutal stuff in their early years.
Oh shit. I remember those whispers and growls. Couldn't sleep for days after listening to Drawing Down the Moon.
That's some heavy stuff right there. I myself would like to have a nuclear girl. I'm happy that they came back with Ingram.
I think they deserve to be in the S tier. They were true pioneers in their niche. Blut Aus Nord is next in line.
French guys again. I remember when I was listening black metal with President Jacques Chirac back in the day. There were some great moments provided by the genius of Winsval.
Memoria Vetusta is one of the finest trilogies in black metal. I think we should put Blut Aus Nord in S tier.
The work which transforms God is the shit. My boy, Winsval, truly deserves S tier. Now we should talk about Shining. Nicholas Kvarforth is a true prodigy. They released the first EP when he was 14.
Shining deserves S tier just for the saxophone part on Ghastly Silence.
I'm also into experimental stuff. We must also say they have a vast catalog, having released 11 albums.
Halmstad is my favorite. You can feel the eeriness in every molecule of your soul.
And the despair, I really need an ice cream while listening to Shining. So definitely S tier for me.
S tier it is then. Do you guys know of Deadspace?
Great band. They sound sometimes like a mixture of Zaster and Shining.
Never heard of them, but I'll surely give them a listen.
I'm sure you'll like them. I'll Buy the Rope and The Promise of Oblivion are fucking great. I put them in A tier.
Okay, can't believe I'm saying this, but counting on you guys with this band. Let's get to Hypothermia. They display a truly outstanding DSBM sound that makes me chill out after losing in golf.
You gotta give them credit for making an hour-long album out of 2 songs. They made Opeth look like sissies.
Scogan's here to fucking rules.
You know I like my ice cream as I like my black metal. Cold. As in the 2006 Hypothermia album. I would put them in A tier.
Works for me. What about our American boys from Akhlys?
Definitely S tier for me. We gotta support USBM. They make us proud to be American. Their album, The Dreaming, absolutely makes me want to dream when I listen to it.
I'd put them in A tier. They only made 3 albums, and I think they still have to prove themselves.
Says Mr. Hussein. These guys from Colorado are genuinely scary, Barry, not like other new shoegaze crap. Put them in S tier, Donnie.
Your wish is my command. And I think we're done, people. Thank you all for the comments.
Sorry if we missed any of the suggested bands. We were in a hurry because we couldn't afford to pay our editor more.
He's paid by the hour, so you get the thing with the inflation happening now.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Stay metal, guys.
See you in the next one.